Wind up, 3-2 count. Here's the pitch. Long fly ball to left. He's going back. He's going back and gone. It's out of here. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to BarrelUp Podcast with your host, John Carlos, and my boy, Daryl the Guru. Thank you guys for joining us today on a special episode, as today we make 1 year of the show, 1 year of BarrelUp baseball training, and 1 year of full of happiness and a lot of prosperity. As you guys can see, the balloons and the cake here, we're all about celebration today, and we're all about giving back to you guys and giving you guys our experience. Daryl, talk to me about this year, man. Talk to me about your experience in BarrelUp.
It's been a fantastic year. BarrelUp has been a big part of it.
Facts.
Got me a little bit out of my comfort zone, being in front of a camera, talking baseball.
That's a fact.
But it's honestly giving me more interest in the game. So, now I'm doing more research and now, getting my facts straight, watching more games, making sure I come on here and I'm not spewing garbage.
Yo, can you feel like, do you feel like that the whole year just passed? Like, this was like, in a blink of an eye. We started with no decorations, we started very simple, and now, we have our own little studio, we have our own little fans, subscribers, 121 by the way, and I couldn't be happier. What about you, bro? How do you feel about that? Did you think that we were gonna get these many subscribers? To some people, it's not a lot, but for us,
it's a lot.
It's a lot, bro. How do you feel about the growth in the year, man?
I mean, if you put 100 people in a room, that's a lot of people.
Hell yeah.
You can't even fit them in here, so 100 and we said 125, it's a lot. So
we're not 125 yet, but we will be there after this program.
Either way, it's still a lot of people. It's good to see people support us, support the show, support baseball.
Definitely.
And as long as we keep providing content for them, I'm pretty sure that we get those numbers up.
And do we have content for you guys? Today, not only are we celebrating our 1 year anniversary, but we have something in tune for you. Stay tuned. We have something very, very special that myself and Daryl have came up with to talk about the stars of the game. But we're not going to give you too much detail. I want to thank you guys for sticking with us throughout this whole year. Not many shows make it a year, and we have had the privilege, to give you the new content, the passionate content that we always provide. I see somebody here on Instagram going live. I see some other people. I see a lot of people going live right now. We are on Instagram live right now as well, and it's been a pleasure. For those of you that don't know me as well so much, my name is John Carlos, as I said before, and this is Daryl. And we have nothing but passion for the game of baseball. So this is what we do. We give back, we talk about the game, we talk about what we don't like, what we do like, and that's about it. I mean, you have to be passionate about something to do it so long. We've been doing it for a year, and we just wish that we can continue this game, this show, this game, the BarrelUp baseball training, all that, to give back to the community, man. Now, to talk a little bit about my experience, I would say that it all started in the baseball field. It all started a year ago while I was training kids. I decided to do something out of the box and create a show, a podcast show where I can give my insight on the game and what I do. And at first, I told a couple people about the idea, and they were like, yeah, it sounds cool, stuff like that. Not a lot of baseball podcasts are so popular out there, so maybe you can shine. But never did I think that, people would accept a rookie in the game. You feel me? Because we're rookies, basically. But then again, we're not. But talking about that, man, I wanna point out something that's going on within the game right now that is very special. And today it opened my eyes. Did you get to catch the baseball game in DR?
Yes, actually I couldn't get to watch it, couldn't find a stream.
I couldn't find a stream, but I saw some stuff.
But they played really early though, 11 in the morning.
Yeah.
But it was pretty, what they're doing out there, what the MLB is doing within other countries, that's something big.
That's something amazing, because we're taking this game to every extremity of the world. Dominican Republic, Japan, Mexico. There's been a series in Mexico.
London,
that was beautiful. Red Sox, Yankees. They created a whole stadium for that day. And so to see that the whole world is getting a glimpse at Major League Baseball and all the professionals out there that play the game, that's beautiful. And for us little guys, to piggyback on that and to give you the insight that you don't know. For example, I have had people that tell me, oh, I just watched the show because I don't know much about baseball, but when I watch it with you guys, I feel entertained and I can learn a thing or two. Have you had people like that talk to you about?
Definitely. Within the first, I think, 3-4 episodes we did, my phone started blowing up. I mean, not only my friends, but people outside that I haven't talked to, or people that I've never met, just hit me up like, yo, I love your show, man.
Definitely,
it was
bro.
pretty cool.
Definitely.
And it's kind of eye-opening that that many people will be interested in something like this.
Definitely. We want to also give you guys some information on what's to come for the summer. So we are here in Yonkers, New York, Westchester area, and we are trying to plan a community softball game where BarrelUp, a hat here, guys, a hat. I don't have the shirt on me right now, but he does. BarrelUp Baseball is going to do a community softball game for the fans, for people that just play softball, and for those that don't know us and want to get to know us. We're going to be out there. We're planning to do it in Pelton this summer, so we'll keep you guys informed. On other news, I just would like to say that I also get a lot of feedback from people that don't know much about the game, and I feel that I am of an importance to you guys because I am able to give you my insight in the way, we were taught the game. And we also appreciate everybody that has stuck with us. Now, I want to ask Daryl, before I give you my answer, I want to ask Daryl, we have had 17 episodes with this one. To you, which one is your favorite so far? Which one has to, that you'll never forget, or that you say, yeah, that one I did a good job?
I think the one we had the most fun when we had Adonis and Walter on. That was a pretty fun episode. It was like,
shout out to Adonis and Wally.
That was a pretty fun episode. A lot of content, a lot of funny moments.
Yeah.
A lot of bloopers on that.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's probably my favorite episode.
Okay, my favorite episode so far, I have two. I would have to say that my favorite episode was the Nationals edition. When we talked about the Nationals and the underdogs and all that stuff. But then, I love that one. But then again, I love the last one that we did. What we called Manfred and Bozo. We called Manfred and Bozo. Altuve. This guy picked Altuve to win the MVP, and I applaud him for that. This guy's balls. But we really dived into what's called this cheating scandal and what's going on in the Major League Baseball world. And we hope that you like what we have done so far. From now on, we will still talk about baseball and Major League Baseball news, but we will also incorporate trivia games. We will do game night and stuff like that for you, the fans that feel that that you want to come onto the show and feel more included. We will also include more females and stuff. I've been getting a lot of comments on, when are you gonna have a female there? I just haven't found the right female that likes the sport and that would want to kick it with us. But now I have inquiries. So without further ado, I would like to implement some new stuff that we're gonna do. And today we are going to dedicate this show to the top 5 Major League shortstops right now. We're gonna give you what we think is our top 5 list, starting from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 to the number 1 top shortstop. I hope we don't have the same answer.
I mean, we kind of do. It's not hard. The list is not hard, but there are a lot of candidates, and it did take time, to select those few.
So we will give you our top 5 in just a few. Stay tuned. So guys, as promised in the first half of the show, we promised you guys that we would reveal something new, right? So now, Daryl and I have something very special for you guys. We're gonna start with the position in baseball that is considered one of the most important. And which one is that? Shortstop. We're gonna reveal to you the top 5 shortstops that are actually playing right now, actively. Not long time, not all-time great. We're talking about the 5 top shortstop right now. And without further ado, I introduce you to my man, Ryan.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So my number 5 is Andrelton Simmons. Which was yours?
I got Gleyber Torres.
Damn, he got Gleyber Torres. Okay, so the reason why I pick Andrelton Simmons as my number 5 on my list is because Andrelton Simmons has proven to be a stellar shortstop in the league. He has played for various teams, the Braves. He has more than 4 years or 3 or 4 years with the Los Angeles Angels. And nonetheless, he is a 4-time Gold Glove winner, and he can win very more. So, on my list, Andrelton Simmons. Why did you pick Gleyber Torres? I want to hear this.
Gleyber Torres, year 2 last year. I mean, the kid, I can't deny I'm not a Yankee fan, but I can't hate.
No,
the kid is nice.
The kid is...
He hit 278 last year with 38 home runs, and his OPS was 871. For those of you who don't know, OPS is on base plus slugging, which means players who can get on base and also hit for power. So he's pretty up there on that.
I'm not a Yankee fan myself, but he is my favorite Yankee, to be honest. So now, we're going to move on to number 4. Next.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So on my list for number 4 is Mr. Smooth, Brandon Crawford. Brandon Crawford is at least an 8-year vet in the league, and he has played with only one team. Okay? One team and one team only. 5-time Gold Glove winner, 250 career hitter. 5-time Gold Glove winner. Daryl, who's your number 4?
Xander Bogaerts.
Yay!
My boy.
Zandy.
The X-Men.
The X-Men.
He batted 309 last year. Last year was his breakout year. He had a good year before that,
Yeah.
2018. He won the World Series with the Red Sox.
Yeah.
But last year, he really honed his craft. He put it all together. He hit 309 with 33 home runs. He got 117 RBIs.
Damn, for a shortstop.
For a shortstop.
Those are like Nomar Garcia Parra numbers.
Exactly. And his OPS was 939, which is one of the highest in the league and definitely the highest at his position.
Okay. I like his selection. You know, I'm not gonna give it away, but if he has Xander Bogaerts number 4, that means that number 3, 2, and 1 for him are outstanding. Because in my opinion, Xander Bogaerts is elite, one of the best shortstops right now. So we gave you number 5. We gave you number 4, right? I hope you guys like those selections. Now, for the top 3 shortstops in Major League Baseball right now as we speak. Number 3, right? Next.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Bang! My number 3 shortstop is the one that he just described, Xander Bogaerts. Who you got as number 3?
I got Trevor Story, Colorado Rockies.
Oh, Colorado Rockies. I actually went to that field. Beautiful field. I got to see Trevor Story play. The guy is a beast. He took Jose Reyes' spot. But since he just gave you all of these stats for Xander Bogaerts, I'm not going to talk too much about his accolades. I'm just going to say this. He's a 2-time All-Star. He's a Red Sox. You got to love Red Sox. Come on. Even though we're in New York. You know? And what sits out to me, what like puts him in a different level is his career fielding percentage. This man right here. This man right here has a career fielding percentage of 973. You know what it is to almost field 1,000? If you field 1,000 out of 1,000, you're a perfect fielder. You have no errors. 973 in his career, outstanding.
My boy Trevor Story over here. Centerpiece right now. He's part of a key core for the Colorado Rockies with Nolan Arenado.
Yes.
Last year, like others, he honed his craft. He had a down season in 2018. He got injured. He came back last year, swinging, hit 294 with 32 home runs, OPS 854.
What I like about Trevor Story is that Trevor Story is not like your average shortstop. This guy can actually rake. But what I really like about him is his upside in the fielding, in his fielding. You know, when he got into the league, that he took Jose Reyes' spot. He came into that position not as a defender. No. Nobody knew him as a defender, but he has a lot of upside on the defensive mechanisms, and I applaud. Okay. Drum roll, please. We're down to the final two contestants, right? The final two that we have selected that we believe are the best shortstops in the league. Let's see if there's some similarities in our choices. Next, please.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Bang! I got my guy, El Mago, Javi Baez. Who do you got?
His counterpart, Francisco Lindor.
Oh my God. So we kind of do think alike, but then again, we don't. The reason why I have El Mago, Javi Baez, if you don't know him, if you know baseball and you don't know Javi Baez, then you really don't know baseball because this guy's all over the game. MLB The Show 2020 has his face on it.
It's the cover.
The cover. So that goes to show what kind of player we're talking about. Let me start with his fielding statistics. Career, first and foremost, he has no gold gloves. I don't know how. But number two, his career fielding percentage is also above average, 973. Last year, he hit over 30 bombs, and the year before that as well. They call him El Mago because he's literally a magician on the field. You know, this guy does it all easy. If we take it back to the World Baseball Classic, he's obviously Puerto Rican. He was playing and Yadier Molina gunned down somebody at second. And this guy went like this, like he gave Yadi the sign before catching the ball and knowing that the guy was out. That's why they call him the magician, sorry. And nonetheless, he's a 270 career hitter, all-star. Number two for you.
Francisco Lindor, one of the most marketable players in MLB.
Oh my God.
This guy shines a light in Cleveland, which is hard to do. Only LeBron can do that.
Yes, only LeBron can do that.
Last year was a little bit of a down year.
Mm-hmm.
In retrospect, he was injured for the first couple months.
Yeah.
He came back though, he hit 284 with 32 home runs as a shortstop leading off. That's impressive. And his OPS is 854. Kid's a monster. He's the future of the game right here.
He is the future of the game. If you guys take a look back at our previous episode, I have Lindor winning the MVP, the most valuable player this year. Why? Because I strongly believe that there's nobody that's going to take his MVP this year. This is his contract year, right?
After this year.
After this year. Okay. So he just described Lindor. Okay? And now, for the number one in my list, I'm going to give you my number one, okay? Then he's going to give you his number one. These are both tremendous players. Tremendous players. And in my opinion, after seeing his pick and my pick, it's arguable. Next, please.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
He just described him, Lindor. In my opinion, Francisco Lindor is the best shortstop in the game, undoubtedly, right now. The guy, like he said, like Darryl said, was injured last year, came back, and still gave you 32 bombs, 32 home runs, and almost 100 and something RBIs. How do you do that? Hasn't been proven for steroids or nothing like that. Lindor, to me, you are the best shortstop in the game right now, and to me, you are deserving of $300 million. But let me give you, before I go to Darryl's guy, let me give you some more facts. Darryl gave you some facts, I'll give you some more facts. Mr. Smiles, they call him. Always smiling. You can have a 0 for 5 game, and you see him with a smile. I like that about him. 4-time All-Star, like Darryl said, 2-time Gold Glove winner. But what really stood out to me is his Platinum Glove award. Platinum Glove. You don't see that often. Who is another player in the majors that has a Platinum Glove?
Nolan Arenado.
Nolan Arenado. So when you're in that list, you're special. And nonetheless, he's a career 284 hitter. For a shortstop, amazing. Darryl, let's see it, Darryl. Let's see it. Let's see what he got.
For me, number one on the field, number one in your hearts. His number two, Javi Baez.
Woo!
For me, Javi Baez is the most outstanding infielder in the entire baseball.
He's nasty.
This kid can play third base
Yes.
like an all-star.
Yes.
Second base like an all-star. He can play the outfield like an all-star. And of course, all-star as a shortstop.
Yes.
Last year was a down year to his previous MVP candidacy year. He hit 281 with 29 home runs. and an 847 on base percentage. This guy, he could play it all. Not only that, he represents the game in a way that not a lot of players can. This guy plays with so much heart. I mean, the reason he doesn't have gold gloves is because he can play literally anywhere and they can place him anywhere and he plays it well.
Right.
So for me, this is probably one of my, not only my top shortstop, but one of my top players in the league, period.
Like I said before, Darrell revealed his number one pick. They are both arguable right there to be the best. I can't knock Darrell for taking him. And what I really like about Javi Baez, it's the durability that this player possesses. When I say durability, I mean this. He's on the field 162 games of 162 games. With that being said, you can't argue with the guy. The guy is a beast, a monster. You know what it is to fly around for almost 8 months?
Day and night,
and to put up those numbers? Monster. I hope you guys enjoyed our selection for the top 5 shortstops of the game actively playing right now. There are some notable mentions right now. There's a lot of players like young Willie Adames, you know, Didi Gregorius. I had you on my list, but you know, I had to talk to Darrell and really discuss. I love you as a player, man. You know, there's also guys like Nick Ahmed from the Arizona Diamondbacks. These are players that are also top 5 caliber shortstops, but then again, there's just ones that are a little bit above on that list.
Definitely.
But before closing out the show, we also have some interesting facts to talk about that we will chime in now, but we will chime in on the other episode. I'm gonna let Darrell take it away because this is very special. Darrell, what you got for me?
So for 2020 MLB season, these are the top 5 shortstops to watch. So hear these names, remember them, because at the end of the year, you're gonna hear a lot about them.
That's a fact.
So at number 5, I have Paul DeJong. He's the shortstop for the St. Louis Cardinals. He's not known for his hitting, but he plays elite defense. But I think this year he's really gonna take it to the next level. Right now he's killing it in spring training, hitting above 500. I mean, spring training, but that's still pretty impressive. So last year he slugged a nice 30 home runs, and his slugging percentage was .444, which is pretty good.
In a team like that, in a team like the St. Louis Cardinals that have been on a decline, that don't have anybody but other than Goldschmidt and Yadier Molina, that have, you know, corralled the team and maintained them in a playoff caliber, as a playoff caliber team.
Yeah, they're definitely a contending team every year.
That's a no doubt. What do you got next?
So at number 4, got the New York Met, Ahmed Rosario.
Beast.
This guy they wanted to trade him basically. All the fans hate get rid of him.
Yeah,
we need somebody better.
That's crazy.
But since the trade of Robinson Cano coming over to New York and putting him under the wing, I think this guy blossomed. Last year was his best year. He hit .287 with 30 doubles and 20 home runs.
You can't ask for more for a young shortstop, especially playing in New York. It's a good move right there. That's a great analysis. He should have a great year this year as well. Remember, these are the top 5 shortstops on the rise. Rookies coming up or players that have been progressing in the last 5 years. Paul DeJong, he got Paul DeJong and he has Ahmed Rosario. Great picks right there. Who you got for number 3?
Number 3, I got my man Tim Anderson of the White Sox.
Beast.
This guy last year was made famous from that bat flip.
Mr. Bat Flip.
This guy, I mean, he's really come full circle in his career. He was a journeyman in the minor league. That means that, you know, he's been in the minor leagues for so long. But last year he really came out blasting. He did get injured at the end though.
Right.
But in the first half he did put up some good numbers. He hit .335 with 20 home runs, and his on-base percentage was .357, which is pretty good.
Monster. Question, was Tim Anderson always a part of the White Sox organization?
I don't believe so. I think he's been going around different teams, jumping around, but I think his name's definitely been made on the White Sox.
Okay. Moving on to number 2, Darrell.
Number 2, the pride and joy of DR right now, well, one of them, Fernando Tatis Jr.
Woo! Fernando Tatis.
This guy is electric. When Manny Machado was having discussions with the Padres about signing, one of his conditions to sign with the team was calling up Fernando Tatis.
I remember that.
He said, listen, I know I'm pretty good at shortstop, but I don't want to be a part of your team if this guy's not playing next to me.
And to say, for a player like Manny Machado,
Top free agent at the time.
right, to demand of a new team that he's going into, to bring up a kid that has never played in the majors, to play with him, that says a lot right there. That says a lot. And he had a great year last year, even though he got injured.
Yeah, he only played 84 games, but in those 84 games, he did hit 317 with 22 home runs. So imagine if he would have had another 80 games.
Right.
That kid would have been in MVP talks, basically, if he kept at that pace.
So if you have Fernando Tatis as number 2, who the hell do you have as number 1? Because Fernando Tatis, in the short time that he played in the majors last year, he was a sensation. And if I'm wrong, bro, you gotta be an alien right now to tell me that I'm wrong, because everybody stopped and watched that kid. Who you got as number 1?
So number 1, check this out.
Okay.
Number 1, I got my boy. I'm probably one of his biggest fans. My guy, Bo Bichette.
Damn, bro.
Toronto Blue Jays.
Go
Son
on.
of Hall of Famer Dante Bichette.
Dante Bichette.
Last year, he only played 40 games when he got called up.
Yeah.
He hit 311.
Mm-hmm.
On base percentage, 358.
Wow.
His slugging, 571. This is a kid who leads off. He's not that big. He's probably like average height.
5'8". Okay, guys. So Daryl, apart from giving you his top 5, and myself, apart from us giving you our top 5 Major League shortstops actively playing right now, Daryl gave you his top 5 shortstops on the rise, and for you to pay attention this year because they're supposed to have an amazing year. You had a great list. You had an amazing list, right? I cannot say otherwise. Now, I'm gonna give you my top 5 shortstops. Starting at number 5. Most of you haven't watched this player play consistently, but I just noticed something that the average person doesn't. I have that eye in baseball. Number 5 to watch this year and watch his performance, I gotta give it to Adalberto Mondesi, shortstop for the Kansas City Royals. This player last year gave you over 30 extra base hits, played stellar defense, still young, very, very young, very fast on the field. Watch this guy this year. Have you seen him play?
Absolutely. World Series champion.
World Series champion. Number four. You know, he had him as number 1. I have him as number 4, but there's a similarity. We have him on this list for a reason. I have to give it to Bo Bichette. Bo Bichette, in my opinion, he should have been called up before Gurriel Jr. and given that opportunity to shine. In limited playing time, we all saw what Bo Bichette is capable of. Watch that kid in 2020. Number 3. All right, you guys might find this shocking as to why I have Gleyber Torres as number 3 on this list, you know, as players to watch, as shortstops to watch. It's because this is my analysis. Gleyber Torres came into the league as a shortstop. He signed as a shortstop. But in my opinion, Gleyber Torres wasn't given the opportunity to play every day as a shortstop because Didi was there. We all know he's my favorite Yankee. We all know the type of player he is and the production he can give you. So, my prediction is that he will blow up this year because he's going to have, you know, the confidence and the playing time necessary to play in as a Yankee shortstop, right? Gleyber Torres, number 3. Number two. I don't know how you even have him on this list, but it's okay. Number 2, I have to give it to Willy Adames. Willy Adames is entering his 3rd year in the major leagues, and ever since he entered the game, he's been on the up and up. We all remember that play that he made against the Astros, gunning down Altuve at home when we thought that Altuve was going to be safe. Willy Adames gave you 10 home runs the first year that he was in the majors without playing the whole year. And the second year, he gave you 20. In my opinion, he's a 30-plus home run hitter this year. Willy Adames, my boy. I know him personally. My guy. Drum roll, please. Number 1, shortstop. To watch, to keep a lookout for this year, I would have to say is Fernando Tatis Jr. Fernando Tatis Jr., the sensation of baseball, El Niño, as they say, didn't play the whole year, was called up on limited time, got injured, but this guy brought back viewers to the game of baseball.
Absolutely.
Like, even being on base pass, you were nervous because you never knew what the hell this guy would do. We all know his defensive side of the game, his cannon that he has as an arm. Hitting wise, he's another story. What do you think about that before we close out? What do you think about my selection?
I love your list.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Gleyber should be on it.
Man, I understand.
Gleyber's a top 5 right now.
Yeah, he is. But then again,
even though he's in year 2 or year 3 now.
Yeah.
But overall, that list is pretty impressive. I did have Willie Adames in my initial top 5.
Yeah.
But I think Tim Anderson deserved a top 5 spot.
I believe, yeah, it's arguable. It's arguable. To close off this show, bro, before we go, and our fans over there, let's see what they're saying. Okay, they're just playing around or whatever. We'll talk to you guys in a bit. But anyway, what do you think about Wander Franco? Wander Franco is the number 1 prospect in baseball. What do you think about him? Even though he's not a shortstop, what do you think about him?
So Wander Franco, I first seen him 2 years ago, killing it in the minor leagues.
Mm-hmm.
I think when he gets called up this year, he's going to be the difference makers on that Tampa Bay team that's ready to actually win it all. So
I think that Tampa can take it all this year.
yeah, so didn't I predict him to go far in the playoffs?
He did. I can't lie.
He's going to be the workhorse behind that, I believe.
He did. And he's hitting every pitcher right now. Every. Without further ado, we want to thank you guys for tuning in to this episode, tuning in to the 1-year celebration anniversary of BarrelUp Baseball, BarrelUp Podcast. We wish you nothing but the best, and we want to thank you for tuning in and for always giving us that support. It's much appreciated from myself and from Daryl.
Definitely.
You know, we're the dream team here, but we can't do this without you guys. We're all gonna celebrate now. Hopefully I don't ruin the video and drop this cake, but we have a little cake here, you can't see it from there, but I'm gonna show you guys. 1-year anniversary, we're gonna enjoy ourselves. There's lots of more trivia games, a lot of more inclusion, a lot of more content to come. Stay tuned. We love you guys. Thank you. We're out.